But listen, I don't know if you guys saw this guy named Kevin Samuels, right? He had a clip, and he was really harsh. I guess he's a counselor, a therapist. I don't know what. He's really harsh on this woman. He also did it to men too. I'm gonna give it. He gave men some of the men that smoke too. He told the woman basically that she wasn't worthy of the kind of man she wanted. Just to catch people up, producer Jamie, can you please play the video so we can catch people up on the conversation we're about to have?
I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
okay, but you're not accepting the fact that average looking women. Average looking woman who's older. Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone. Straight up. Because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average.
Whoa. It's so many layers to this. First of all, why is dude in the dark with a candle? I don't understand talking with a candle.
I don't know. He's like creating a romantic atmosphere for himself, right?
While he just goes off, bro. Yeah, he's juicy.
Yo, I'll be honest with you though. I think people, despite how terrible he is and how he's attacking this woman's self-esteem, people are gonna still tune in and watch that shit. They like that shit. Yeah.
That's how they need it. That's how they need to hear it.
People like trauma, but people saying Chicken Wing said that he kept it $1. I mean, it's always someone out there for someone. Like, the way he said it was just so harsh, like saying she's average at best. I mean, come on, bro. I mean,
he doesn't know this woman personally, correct?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, he's just somebody
that called in.
Yeah, I think he's based out of Atlanta, and she called in from North Carolina. And he does this to men. He does it to men and women. He called a man, told a man he's fat with a little penis and all kind of stuff like that.
And he's from Atlanta. He's in Atlanta,
right?
All right. So okay, let's chop this up. Let's chop it up.
Go ahead, Kelvin.
This is the reality. First of all, looks are all subjective. There are millionaires married to people that look, like before and way before. Secondly, this goes back to what I said about not liking women. To me, that's not just harsh. That's just that was just foul on a different level. First of all, I thought the woman was attractive. I didn't think she was unattractive. And he's saying, you're average at best and things like that. First of all, whenever you make those statements, you got to be very, very conscious. You better be Denzel or Boris Kojo behind the mic talking about something you look average at best and all stuff like that, because people are going to turn that same, lens on you. I thought it was foul. I thought it was disrespectful. And I don't agree with it. I don't. First of all, now that looked like the low self-esteem network. That's what it looked like. Because, for somebody to dictate to
listening to him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. For somebody to tell you you're going to die alone and all that stuff like that, that's absolutely absurd. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because if somebody loves you, they love you for different reasons. Because let me tell you something. I don't care who you are. I don't care how fine you are. One day, the figure 8 going to be a figure O. One day, the Coke bottle going to be a mayonnaise jar. That's just what it is. So if if your whole thing is predicated on how you look, that's going to change. That's the bottom line. And take it from me. I used to be a sex symbol when I was 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it didn't last. So that's what it is.
And now you're just an international man of culture, right? You know what I mean?
You already know.
What kind of man was she asking for?
She was asking for a man of 6 figures, like $100,000, like, you know, in certain states.
She was asking for a man that's just based on finances. She wasn't asking for somebody that cares about her, so that loves her, you know, wants to spend time with her. She just, her qualification was based on money, right?
Good point.
Yeah, because I think the backstory, she has her own business. I think she has like a pet grooming business or something like that. And she makes 6 figures in North Carolina. And then, and so I think she wanted somebody to match. Maybe she's in a little town like Greenville, North Carolina, something like that, where an average salary is like $35,000. You know, so
okay. So the thing is, maybe she needs to move and go somewhere where a lot of people making 6 figures. If it's all about money for her, you know what I mean?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. First of all, I think we didn't have the full context. We don't know that it's all about money for her. Now, she said she echoed.
No, I'm just going by what D had just said.
Right. No, that's what she said in the conversation.
But you remember when we had D's niece on, she said the same thing. I don't mind that. You know why? Because it is your standard. You know, for years, there are certain people that accept anything. So now I agree with you, Rodney, that, you know, you don't want to love somebody based on what they make.
Based on their salary, correct.
I absolutely agree with that. But what I'm saying
is not love. That's not love.
I agree. Yeah. But my mother years ago, I told my mother back in the day, I was like, money doesn't buy happiness. And she was like, neither does poverty. And you know what? I realized something at the end of the day. You know, someone being able to hold their own at least is very, very important. Now, I come from the old school.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead, Derek.
I heard, see, this is the thing, and I gotta go through this with my wife a lot too. I think what we may be doing is we may be just kind of putting our own standard on this, because really they told us what the standard was in the clip if we paid attention. Apparently she wanted what he considered, or maybe her considered, the top 10% of men. Now I don't know what that is. I don't know what
he was talking about pay scale.
Okay. So if that's what we're talking about, then you know.
The thing is this: is she around where she's around men that are in the top 10% financially in the which she lives?
I don't know the backstory.
I'm sure it's relative to where she lives.
Me personally, I'm against women shopping for men just for their salaries. You know what I mean? That's not to me. That's not trying to be in a relationship.
But Rod, do we do that with the way women look?
No, I mean, I don't do that. If I'm attracted to the woman, I'm attracted to the woman. You know what I mean?
But you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if somebody said, Rodney, when you were looking for your wife, it was important that I want to ask this question.
But that's important to you, though. Remember, we just said looks are subjective.
It's subjective. But what I'm asking you is this: the woman that you are in love with right now, is it important at all that other people find her attractive too?
No, I don't live like that. I don't tell you the truth.
Never. I never lived like that.
No, I mean, of course, when I was younger. I mean, I'm a grown man now. I mean, Dia tell you, I really don't care what people think. Like, you know, I've always learned that those type of decisions made based on what other people think will kill you at the end of the day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the thing is, I look at what works for me, what works for my family, what works for my kids, what works for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't care if another man doesn't find my wife attractive. That has nothing to do with me and her life. You know what I mean? It doesn't play any role at all. You know, it's not even a thing. It's not even a qualification.
But now that's being married with a family and stuff like that. When you first started dating her and you brought her around, did it stroke your ego that everybody thought she was fine?
Well, I mean, when I brought her around my family didn't tell me like she's fine. You know what I mean? They said she's nice. You know what I'm saying? They look at her character more so than her looks. You know what I mean? But
the comments are going off today, man. The comments
yeah.
All right. So
just to be clear, I think that finances shouldn't be the first thing you look for if you're looking for a relationship. If you're thinking about finances first, then basically you're looking for somebody that basically can take care of you, buy you stuff, and that to me that's not the stable relationship. You know, if he loses his job, then basically the relationship is over.
If devil's advocate, okay, so finances is not important, but if you ask around, the number one thing that breaks up a relationship, breaks up a marriage, and assuming that, you know, marriage is the ultimate dream of any relationship. You might not go into the relationship thinking marriage, but if you wind up married, that's like, you know, that's it. That's the dream, right? The number one thing that breaks up marriages is finances. You know what I'm saying?
It's a big thing in divorce.
So I can understand. Maybe can we understand if it's maybe somewhat of an indicator? You know,
but Derek, those times where marriages are broken up as a result of finances is a result of misspending, people overspending, people not saving money, and then they get themselves into debt, and that destroys a marriage. But to be able to basically be able to say, well, I only want somebody that makes a certain amount of money, because me personally, if you make $40,000, $60,000, $70,000 and you a good chick and you're going to hold me down and me and you hit it off and it works, I don't care about that $40,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
the thing is, I could get a chick that makes 6 figures and she treats me like garbage.
A man could marry a McDonald's worker. You know what I mean? I've seen that.
You know, we need a guest. We need some funny in here. We got to lighten this a little bit because dude took us down. Let's lighten this up a little bit.
Nah, no, sir. I'm in love with a stripper, so that's right. So she could come in with no, whatever.
Strippers make good money. That's
true. But but a lot of people saying that the lady has low self-esteem, like because he said some other stuff to her before. If you guys saw before, she said that she rated herself as a 5. He said you're a 5 without makeup. He said with makeup, she said I'm a 6. So she does have low self-esteem. So I'm reading some of the comments, and I think Monique is right. If you bring home somebody ugly, your family gonna let you know.
Yeah. They're gonna let you know.
They're gonna let you know.
Yeah.
They're saying that she's not too fine on the eye.
Also, people lying about finances breaks up marriages. Also, finances.
If you bring home somebody ugly, as soon as they leave, your family will say it. Then they'll say, "Whoa, she was busted." But,
women are attracted to things other than looks.
So I see
some nice looking women with ugly dudes.
Yeah. Hey, listen. One of our guests tonight, he's an ugly dude, and he got some attractive women over time. So I'm just.